माय डियर स्टूडेंट्स, वेलकम टू केमिस्ट्री क्लास। आज हम लोग पार्ट्स पर मिलियन वन ऑफ द कंसंट्रेशन यूनिट स्टडी करने वाले हैं। पार्ट्स पर मिलियन, पार्ट्स पर मिलियन, इन शॉर्ट इट इज कॉल्ड ppm। when solute is present in very less quantity or minute quantity, then this concentration unit is frequently used. ppm, part per million, is equal to number of parts of component by total number of parts into 10 to the power 6. This is the useful formula for the calculation of part per million. ppm, number of parts of component by total number of parts into 10 to the power 6. When amount of solute is in a small quantity, very small quantity, then its concentration can be expressed in terms of ppm, part per million. This is the part per million, and we will see some numerical problem over it. Now we will study Henry's law. Henry's law. The solubility of gas in a liquid is directly proportional to pressure of the gas. The solubility of gas in a liquid is directly proportional to pressure of gas. So M is equal to Kh into P of gas. This is the main formula of Henry's law. M be the mass of gas dissolved in given volume of liquid. M be the mass of gas dissolved in given volume of liquid. Kh is equal to Henry's law constant, and P of gas means partial pressure at constant temperature. Partial pressure of gas. Partial pressure at constant temperature. One more mathematical formulation. The partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is proportional to mole fraction of the gas in the solution. Partial pressure of the gas in vapor phase is proportional to mole fraction of gas. So P is equal to Kh into X of gas. This is the second formula. This one is first and this one is second formula. Here P is the partial pressure in vapor phase and X is the mole fraction of gas in solution. X is equal to mole fraction of gas in solution, and P is the partial pressure P is the partial pressure in vapor phase. Partial pressure in vapor phase. Partial pressure को रिप्रेजेंट करता है. We can draw a plot between partial pressure and mole fraction. We can draw here is in x-axis and it is y, partial pressure of gas, partial pressure, and on x coordinate mole fraction is taken. Then the plot is a straight line like this. The nature of the curve is straight, and this curve is plotted between partial pressure and the mole fraction of gas. Slope is equal to kh. The slope of curve is equal to kh, Henry's law constant, and this constant can be determined p by x. So you know p is equal to kh into x of gas. So kh is equal to p by x of gas, mole fraction of gas, partial pressure divided by mole fraction of gas. So this is the important plot between partial pressure and the mole fraction. Different gases have different kh values at the same temperature. kh is the function of nature of gas. kh is the function of nature of gas. kh is the function of nature of gas. Different gases have different kh values at the same temperature. Higher the value of kh at given pressure, the lower is the solubility of gas in the liquid. Higher the value of kh at given pressure, the lower is the solubility of the gas in the liquid. So solubility varies inversely. So solubility of gas varies inversely with kh. This is very important. Solubility of gas varies inversely with kh. As kh increases, temperature increases, solubility decreases. kh increases with increase in temperature, and hence solubility of gas decreases with rise in temperature. So kh increases as the temperature increases and solubility of gas decreases. So this is an important relation. kh increases as temperature increases, then the solubility of gas decreases. So solubility of gas decreases with rise in temperature, and therefore kh increases. So these are the important formula in Henry's law. Henry's law finds several applications. Applications of Henry's law: to increase the solubility of CO2 in soft drinks. To increase application of Henry's law. To To increase the solubility of CO2 in soft drinks, the bottle is sealed under high pressure. In lungs, to increase the solubility of CO2, the soda water bottle is sealed under high pressure. In lungs, hemoglobin combines with oxygen to form oxyhemoglobin. Though in tissues, the decomposition of oxyhemoglobin takes place into hemoglobin and oxygen. So this reaction takes place at high pressure, and Hb plus O2, HbO2, and this is happened in tissues. In tissues में ये होता है, और in lungs this combination occurs. Third one, to minimize painful effect of C divers. To minimize painful effect of C divers, oxygen is diluted with less soluble helium gas. Oxygen is diluted with less soluble helium in the kit used by sea divers. Here two terms come, anoxia and bends. Anoxia, low blood oxygen, causes climbers to become weak and unable to think clearly. This symptoms of a condition is known as anoxia. And bends, it is also called decompression sickness, the painful effect felt by sea divers when they come to the surface due to decrease in pressure is known as bends. So these two terms are relevant here in the study of Henry's law, anoxia and bends. What is the unit of kH? So we can easily determine the unit of kH from the formula. One thing is important to know, the kH, P is equal to kH into mole fraction of gas. So kH is equal to P by mole fraction of gas, and it is unitless. This denominator part is unitless. So unit of pressure will be the unit of Henry's law constant. X, as the X mole fraction is dimensionless. Well, these are the important application. To increase the solubility of CO2, the bottle is sealed under high pressure. In lungs, combination of oxygen with hemoglobin takes place to form oxyhemoglobin for cellular metabolic activities. And in tissues, the pressure is low so that decomposition of HbO2 takes place into hemoglobin and oxygen gas. And it finds another application. Third one is to minimize painful effect. Oxygen is diluted with less soluble helium. P is equal to kH into mole fraction of gas. So kH is equal to P by mole fraction of gas. And we can determine here the unit of kH. It will be the unit, it is equal to the unit of pressure from this relationship. I think you have well understood what is the unit of kH, what is anoxia, what is bends, what are the application of Henry's law. All the best. God bless you. Be happy. Be sharp.